Hello, this is Sharon from the Don Edwards San Francisco Bay National Wildlife Refuge Environmental Education Center in Alviso. This presentation will provide an overview of the key components of the field trip activity you were assigned to lead for the Wetland Roundup Field Trip program. On the day of your field trip, we will provide you with a laminated copy of the script and all of the equipment and materials you need to lead that activity. Let's get started with our activity review. This is the only activity you will be leading on the day of your field trip. You'll be leading this activity 4 to 5 times. This presentation will guide you through the following components of your activity: an overview of how to use a script, overview, equipment, location, setup, procedure, and tips and tricks. Once you have reviewed this presentation in its entirety, you can click on the hyperlinks to get back to a page you might want to review it in further detail. Let's review the components of the script. On the first page, you will find the name and overview of the activity, key objectives, a timeline, how this activity relates to the refuge's resources, and a list of materials provided by the refuge. On the second page, you will find background information. This information is a reference for you. On the day of your field trip, you do not read the information to the students, however, for you to use as needed. The activity script starts on the third page. The activity script is written do, read, ask teaching format and is set up to be followed exactly. On the day of your field trip, you may find that you may want to use the script the entire day. That is great too. It is up to you and your comfort level. The script is a guide, and refuge staff and interns will be available for additional assistance as needed. This activity allows students to observe, compare, and question their surroundings and record in their nature journal. In the provided backpack, you will find 12 pencils, 12 clipboards, and 12 nature journals. This activity will be located on the dock by the slough. Meet the students at the floating dock or pavilion. Have students sit down in a line so that they are all facing the same direction and can clearly see the habitat in front of them. First, introduce the activity, then pass out pencils and clipboards with data sheets. Then, spend a few minutes describing each section as they draw and write. To get started, begin with the weather box, and then guide them through the following in order: see, hear, smell, feel, animals, plants, and then have them write questions. Finally, have each student write down at least one question they have about what they have learned today. Go around the group and have each student describe something they noticed and something they are wondering about. Offer topic suggestions if they have trouble coming up with questions. Collect the pencils from the students and make sure they take their journals with them to their next activity. Allow the students quiet time to observe nature and draw on their nature journal sheets. If you're doing this activity at the floating dock, you can use the levee to let the students spread out. If you're doing this activity at the pavilion area, students can spread out in the nature play area. It is important to encourage students not to bunch up during this time, but they could explore with one buddy. Thank you for reviewing your activity prior to your field trip. Don't forget to review your activity script. Please reach out if you have questions. We look forward to seeing you, and we hope you enjoy your time on the refuge.